Artists are stupid. You have to understand. Artists one are insane, and then second they're stupid. You can lock them in a closet and slide paper under the door. They'll slide it out with drawings on it just so they can get more paper.
People would look at it and go, wow, this is cool. I don't know who'd publish it.
It still took 80 phone calls before I got a call back.
My mom tells me I'm really good.
I think one thing that anybody who's looking to make a career in writing or drawing comic books should be aware of is that, you know, luck does play a part. And I mentioned earlier on about how I had a couple of conversations where I was in the right place, and it was just luck that led to doing certain bits of work. But I was in the right place, and the reason I was in the right place was because I'd worked hard. You know, there was still luck involved. And I think people should realise that it's very hard work to do comics. It's very intensive. I've worked much harder during my career than I would have done if I'd worked for somebody else doing some other profession. If I carried on being a building surveyor, I'd have had longer holidays, I'd have had insurance plans, I'd have been long retired by now on a very nice pension. And I think sometimes the general public overlooks that as well, because it's like a fun industry and it looks like fun. And you know, I've had cases where people who I've got to know because they've done work for me, like maybe laid a garden path or put up a fence and have charged me money for it, say, hey, you draw, can you do me a poster for my football team? And they expect you to do it for nothing. Like, well, you just scribble it out, you just sketch it out, you know. So, you know, what we do is a thing that requires a lot of hard work. And even if you're lucky enough sometime in your career to be like the plumber, you know, who comes round to your house because you've got a problem, gets out a wrench and whacks a pipe and says that'll be $100. He's not charging you $100 for hitting the pipe, he's charging you $100 for knowing where to hit the pipe. And so, you know, there is a certain value in the experience as well that you accumulate. And I've always been a champion of people being paid, even by the local guy who wants you to do a poster for his football team. You should stick out and be paid a decent rate, because that's actually how you're valuing your art. And to give things to people for nothing, to do stuff on spec for them, and I've been in that situation where, oh, can you do that piece of work on spec, then we'll see if we want to employ you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do your samples, please yourself, but if you're working for somebody, charge them the right money for it, and you'll always be respected for that.